wife and I live in a 2-up, 2-down terraced house. She's from abroad, but I was born and bred a 40-minute train journey from here. St Albans, Hertfordshire is my hometown, but with some funny people who live in our house. They've a different way of life from ours, and with some funny people who live in our house, they keep themselves strictly to themselves. We share the kitchen, we share the bathroom, we share every room except the bedroom, and their bedroom is bigger than ours, but they pay £15 more rent than us, and they don't know that. Anyway, we pay too much rent for this house, which is on its last legs. It's falling to bits, and the landlord just makes feeble attempts at repairs to placate me when I complain of the conditions we live in. And with some funny people who live in our house, they never speak to us unless we speak first. And with some funny people who live in our house, we've shared with many people, but these are the worst. I don't like him, I don't like her. Just being in the same room with them gets on my nerves. We've tried to get on, but they don't respond, so we go out while they sit and watch out. That's our television, you know. We're driven out of our own house. They're driving us mad, trapped by circumstances. This calls for desperate measures. Something's gotta happen there, putting us on edge. Things are gonna come to a head any day now. Two of us have got to go. Get out! Ooh. Ooh. We both work hard for a living just to make ends meet. We're saving up for a deposit and hope to get a mortgage by the end of next year. We'd like to start a family, but wouldn't dare. We'd like some privacy without having to shut ourselves away in our bedroom, because they never go out, they never answer the phone. They just leave it to ring because it's never for them. They don't know anyone. And with some funny people who live in our house, they've a different way of life from ours. And with some funny people who live in our house, they keep themselves strictly to themselves. And with some funny people who live in our house, they never speak to us unless we speak first. And with some funny people who live in our house, we've shared with many people, but these are the worst. I tell you, with some funny people who live in our house, with some funny people, with some funny people, with some funny people who live in our house, with some funny people. Sing along a pig now. With some funny people who live in our house, they never speak to us unless we speak first. And with some funny people who live in our house. Actually, most of the facts stated in that last song are no longer true. The 2-up, 2-down house no longer exists. The funny people who lived in that house have since moved to Guildford, Surrey. And the woman to whom I stated I was married is not my wife, has never been my wife, and never at any time had any intention of being so. Remember, at all times, only the facts have been changed to make the words fit and the songs to rhyme.